Freedom, whatever that looks like for you, requires responsibility, awareness, courage, grit, determination, focus, dedication, applying yourself to something to create freedom. Master your emotional state and you will master life. Now let's talk about financial freedom, because freedom for most people, this is a key component of freedom. And your financial freedom is a choice. It is the consequence of the decisions that you make, the wealth consciousness that you create. If you have a lack and scarcity consciousness, you cannot help but create lack and scarcity. If you have a wealth, abundance, and prosperity consciousness, you cannot help but create wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Do you want more freedom in your life? But you feel stuck. You don't know how to create that freedom. You feel like you're on this eternal wheel and you just can't get off. Well, today I'm going to share with you some very powerful principles and some uncomfortable truths that is going to really help you to achieve the freedom that you desire, no matter what that looks like. Now, if you are new to my channel, then my name is Marguerita. I am the Woo Woo Warrior, and I have helped thousands of freedom and wealth seekers just like you to clear their fears, doubts, blocks, and limiting beliefs, the things that slow them down and keep them stuck, so they could step into their power and rise into unstoppable wealth, freedom, and impact. And I'm on a mission to help you to be the best and most powerful version of you, so you can live life on your terms and achieve anything you put your mind to. So, unfortunately, the uncomfortable truth is freedom is not free. Freedom comes at a price in this world that we live in. There is a myth that has been perpetuated that we are born free. We are inherently free because we live in a democracy and a free world. That's actually not true, because the systems that we are indoctrinated into by their very nature are designed to keep us from being free. Spiritually, we're free. But with all the systems that we have been subjected to, and I'm not going to outline these now, but the very nature of the creation of these systems and how they work in an integrated way to keep us at their mercy, like the education system indoctrinates us into becoming good workers, getting into debt, working our butts off for this tiny little reward until at the end of it we retire just before we drop off the planet. That is not freedom. And our financial system, our health or medical system, there is actually all these systems that are coordinated to keep us trapped. So in order to break free and to create freedom, there's some specific principles that you must understand. Freedom, whatever that looks like for you, requires responsibility, awareness, courage, grit, determination, focus, dedication, applying yourself to something to create freedom. Now, the first part of these principles is, what does freedom look like to you? This is the first step. Freedom will be different for everybody. What does freedom look like for you specifically? Get crystal clear on that. Because no matter where you're at, and considering your circumstances, there are people in the world who would look at your life and go, oh my God, I wish I had that kind of freedom. Now, you are born into the Western world, so you have a lot more freedom than a lot of other people on the planet. But that doesn't mean that there isn't more available to you. And this is our nature. Our nature desires more. We are creative beings. We are here to expand and grow and create. So no matter what situation and circumstance you were born into, there's always room for more expansion, for more growth. And if you're not growing, expanding, then you're contracting and dying. So it's a choice. Most people will choose comfort over freedom, and we have been indoctrinated into this lifestyle of comfort and convenience. We have become mentally weak, and that is a disaster if you want to experience true freedom, no matter what that looks like to you. So, freedom of any type, whether it be emotional freedom, financial freedom, mental freedom, health freedom, it requires the application of discipline, determination, courage, rigor, a can do no matter what, whatever it takes kind of attitude. So once you've decided what freedom looks like to you, it's then going all in and making that freedom non-negotiable. Now, most people will avoid this because it is super uncomfortable. Because the first thing that you have to do is slay your internal demons. These are your fears, your doubts, your blocks, your limiting beliefs. The stories up here that are telling you that it's not safe, that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve it. The BS belief systems. Decide that you will conquer those. Decide that you will do the internal work. And I mean a lot of internal work. Most people I encounter complain about their situation and circumstances, but they don't have the grit, the determination, and the courage to go all in on the fears and the traumas and the doubts and the limiting beliefs that are holding them back and keeping them stuck. Because the only thing that is standing in between you and your freedom is this. And from this come the decisions and the choices that you make. So it's your mindset, your internal fortitude, your attitude, can do no matter what, whatever it takes, non-negotiable. You make your freedom non-negotiable, you will come in unstoppable. You will have a can do no matter what, whatever it takes kind of attitude. You will decide that you will find a solution to every problem and challenge that you encounter, no matter how impossible it seems. That's what it takes. Now, most people don't want to face this truth. So you have a choice. You can sit back and allow life to just happen to you, or you can get real. You can get serious. You can know that you have whatever you need inside of you to achieve any goal, any vision, any dream. I don't care how big it is. You are infinitely powerful, and you have the power to achieve anything you put your mind to. Own it, live it, be it. Be unstoppable, be unshakable, be undeniable. Liberation and freedom comes from taking conscious responsibility and ownership for your energy, for your focus, for your actions, for every single component that will lead you to the promised land. That is where liberation resides. It is how you show up every single day. It is your mental focus. It is your determination to find the solution, to apply the systems, the strategies, the processes, to be undeniable. Here's the thing, people say that they want freedom. They love the idea of freedom, but they don't love the journey or the knowledge and understanding of what it takes to get there. They don't love having to take the actions, and they choose comfort, convenience, and safety over getting out of their comfort zone, over of being unconventional, over pushing the boundaries, taking the risks, facing the risk of failure, of looking like a fool, of going all in. There are consequences to this, and you will fail many, many, many times. And the system is designed and constructed to keep you distracted, busy, disempowered, in a state of chasing your tail all the time, because people who are in those states of fear, stress, and anxiety, they don't challenge authority. They feel disempowered. They feel powerless. Can you relate to that? So you must be determined to rise above that, to rise above the system, to know that it has been rigged against you, and go, I am not falling for that BS any longer. I refuse to be at the mercy and the will of the system, of the people who control the system. I am breaking free. Break out of the prison, break out from under the control, Be determined to be ungovernable, to build your own sovereignty, whatever that looks like. Sovereignty is the holy grail. Forgive me for this brief interruption to this video. I just wanted to tell you about a new program that I've launched. I'm very excited about it. This is the Thrive Coaching Program. It is a 6-week intensive program where I will work with you personally to get absolutely crystal clear on your vision for your future, help you to build an unstoppable mindset, release the fears, doubts, blocks, and limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck, and to create and execute a strategic action plan that leverages your unique gifts, talents, and your superpowers so you are empowered to build wealth through a business that feeds your soul and makes a positive difference in the world. This program is like nothing you have ever seen. Thrive is about going beyond healing to real world results, because I want you to be the best and most powerful version of you so you can achieve life beyond your wildest dreams and live your purpose and thrive. So if you are ready for that kind of transformation fast, then just go to the link that is in the description below. I hope to see you in the Thrive program. And now back to the video. True freedom requires us to wake up to the uncomfortable realities that we exist within, about government, about the media, about the systems that have been constructed to control and divide us, and our own stories that limit us because of our fears, our doubts, our blocks, and limiting beliefs. They're just stories. You've got to overcome those stories. Release your emotional attachment to those stories. That's why I love EFT tapping, because it is one of the most profoundly powerful and simple techniques that will help you to release those stories, those blocks, those fears, those doubts. So use it every day, because there are thousands upon thousands of stories that will keep you stuck if you allow them to. If you give your power away to those stories, consciously or unconsciously, which mostly it's unconsciously, then you will never be free. You will always be stuck. And the biggest liberation of all is your mental and emotional freedom. Freedom from your past. Freedom from the identities that you have built that limit you. Every single identity that you have limits you in some way, shape, or form, unless it is the recognition of truth, like you are infinitely powerful. Now, if you understand that truth, then every single identity is irrelevant. Every other identity is irrelevant, because you can reinvent yourself over and over and over and over. But you must decide to do that every day. Every day when you wake up, decide you are going to reinvent yourself this day to be the person you need to be, to develop the traits and characteristics, to become the person who is massively successful, who experiences freedom, whatever that looks like to you. So do the internal work to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually free. And once you build that internal fortitude, that fortress, you will be unstoppable. Master your emotional state and you will master life. So this is all about radical self-ownership, radical responsibility for your state, for your outcomes, for your life, for all of it. Extreme ownership. It is a powerful concept where you take responsibility and ownership of everything in your life. And here's why this is important. This is not about blaming yourself. Outside things will happen that you can't control, but you can control your response to them. And if you keep outsourcing blame and responsibility to others, then you completely hand control and power over to forces outside of you that you can't control. So this is where this ownership, this radical self-ownership and extreme ownership and radical self-responsibility is an empowering concept, because all of a sudden you take your power back and you acknowledge and recognize that you and only you have the ability to transform your life. Nobody is coming to save you. If you keep waiting for somebody to come and save you, you're going to be waiting a damn long time. You will be given and gifted circumstances, opportunities, information, knowledge. The vast majority of people sit and watch them float by and then whinge and bitch about the fact that their life never changes. Sorry, but this is the uncomfortable truth. Freedom is not free. You have to do something. You have to get on the field and damn well play your heart out. Or sit in the bleachers, but don't whinge and bitch about life being so damned hard. Own your emotional state, and build your emotional fortitude, because the more you do that, the more unstoppable you become. The more you will be able to achieve anything you put your mind to. Now let's talk about financial freedom, because freedom for most people, this is a key component of freedom. And your financial freedom is a choice. It is the consequence of the decisions that you make, the wealth consciousness that you create. If you have a lack and scarcity consciousness, you cannot help but create lack and scarcity. If you have a wealth, abundance, and prosperity consciousness, you cannot help but create wealth, abundance, and prosperity. This is the way this works. So look inside yourself. What are the decisions and the beliefs that you have about money, about yourself, about your self-worth, about wealthy people? Reclaim your power with money and rewrite your money story, and then decide what financial freedom looks like to you. And then think about the actions that you can take and the value that you can provide to the marketplace to create this value exchange. Please don't just rely on winning the lottery. Is it possible? Yes. But remember, there are hundreds of millions of other people who are sitting back, not doing anything else but hoping to win the lottery. So set the odds in your favor, set yourself up for success, take massive action, because it is your action that will create the freedom. So decide what it is that you want. Uncover and recognize the superpowers, the gifts, the talents, the unconscious competence, the core genius, the value that you have to offer the marketplace. Set it up in a way that you are actually providing value to a specific group of people, and you create this value exchange and you apply systems. Now, the other thing about true freedom is building in leverage. Whatever entrepreneurial venture, it's important that you have something called leverage. And I'm not going to go into that now because that's quite an involved component, but leverage is super important to be able to help you to build indefinitely, to have zero limits on your income, to be able to create true financial freedom. So to finish this video, I'm going to give you a series of simple but powerful steps that you can start doing today. Number one, unplug from the media and take a break from social media, because all of that is constructed to deliver a narrative and keep you stuck in whatever beliefs you already have. They are not designed to help you to be free. The second thing is question everything. Question everything. No matter what it is you believe, I can guarantee you that there are some of those beliefs that the foundation of which are actually not true, because there is a lot of different propaganda out there that has been fed to us in order to keep us as slaves to the system. So every single thing, question it, question it, question it. Reclaim your energy, because energy is currency. This is number 3, okay? So reclaim your energy. Your energy is power. Your energy is currency. And it is how you direct and focus your energy that creates your future. Remember, you are living in a holographic projection. You are living in an energetic reality that is of your own creation. Whatever you focus on actually creates what you experience. So focus on what it is that you want, not what you don't want. Reclaim your power, reclaim your energy. Create your own personal economy. Think about 3 ways that you could take your gifts, your talents, your experience, your skills, your expertise, the knowledge that you have learned along your lifetime, throughout your lifetime, how you could apply that to offer value to others. And think of 3 ways that you could provide value that other people will pay for. Then, how are you going to deliver that? What are the systems that you're going to put in place? Put a plan in place to create your own personal economy. Release judgment and criticism of others, because this will keep you stuck. If you are judging and criticizing others, and that is a personal projection of something that you don't like about yourself, that you are projecting onto somebody else. So again, reclaim your energy, stop judging and criticizing others, because that is currency and energy that you will not get back. Focus on yourself. Purely and simply, focus on yourself, because any energy that bleeds out is energy wasted. And then build your inner strength. Commit to building your own inner strength, your inner fortitude, through things like EFT tapping, that you know I love, and other techniques, through taking action, through failing your way forward, because it is your internal strength that will get you through anything. It is your understanding and your acceptance and belief that you are infinitely powerful and you can overcome any challenge, because you are bigger than any problem or challenge you will ever face, that will make you unstoppable. So decide that you are going to be unstoppable, unshakable, undeniable in pursuit of whatever freedom looks like to you. Get over freedom being free. It ain't true, at least not in the world that we live in at the moment. But it is worth it. It is worth you applying yourself to the systems, the structures, the strategies, the formulas, the model, to your vision. Grab a hold of your vision. Never, ever let go. It's a wild ride, but geez, it's worth it. Getting out of your comfort zone is where your fortitude, your strength, your courage is built. So every day, do something that scares you just a little bit. Stretch yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Be willing to fail your way forward. Take the risks that you need to take, the ones that you're comfortable in taking. Okay? Because there is what you risk. If you don't go all in on your vision, your goal, your dream, then what you risk is living a life stuck right where you are right now. Is that acceptable to you? So everything is a risk. Not taking action, not doing what I have outlined for you today, is a risk. Now, you either risk living a life of mediocrity and you choose to be comfortable with that, or you risk going all in, you risk failing your way forward. But as long as you are determined and you never, ever, ever quit, you will guarantee some level of success. I'm not saying you guarantee that your great big vision, goal, and dream will come to pass, but you will achieve some level of success. So every success that you have, celebrate it, because comes at the cost that you paid to be able to achieve that success. You gave something up to achieve every single success that you have achieved. So pat yourself on the back, give yourself a big high five, because you deserve it. You've got this far. Let's go all the way. If you have enjoyed this, then give me some love. Like and subscribe, comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is from this video. And if you would like some help with all of this, then I have a 50-page PDF, which is the 20 wealth creation tips for conscious entrepreneurs. It is an absolute game changer. You are going to love it. All you need to do to download it is type wealth in the comments below, and I will send you the link to download the free guide instantly. That's all you need to do to get this comprehensive PDF that is going to be an absolute game changer for you. So just comment wealth in the comments below and I will send you the link to download the guide. And if you have enjoyed this, then check this out, because this is an EFT tapping video that is all about helping you to rewire your brain to have the fortitude, the strength, the courage to go all in and to build a wealth consciousness that supports you in achieving anything you put your mind to. It's right here. Check it out now.